All right, recording in progress. Now, here we go. So yeah, next Tuesday, guys, bring as many people as you want, right? Send that Zoom link out next Tuesday to as many people as you want. I'm serious because how many of you guys think that there's probably somebody you know that would want to be a part of this? Or at least you would want them to know about it, right? They don't have to necessarily do anything right away, but you would probably want them to know and hear about the actual orphanage and the angel house from the people that are building the place. I mean, where better to get it, right? Straight from the horse's mouth. So next Tuesday, that's what's going on. Along the way, like as we do this, right? You guys have an opportunity to earn this shirt. You can't buy it unless you earn it. I won't even give you the link unless you've earned the right to purchase it. All right. The vibe is high. That's kind of been the saying the last couple of months because it kind of feels like we're getting back to our old ways. So the vibe is high is the shirt that we're gonna get for this. We'll also be using this shirt most likely for the builder school for that Saturday. So how do you get it? Two apps, right? They can be two small apps, 600 in premium, or one big one of 1200 in premium, and I'll get you the link. When you buy the shirt, we're gonna have a tracking system. When you upload your proof of purchase, I will reimburse that once the month is over. Okay. So you will earn the shirt, you will purchase it yourself, and then you will get reimbursed once it's all been verified. Like I did it the other night just to kind of make sure it works and everything. I don't care how you want to get reimbursed, right? Whether it's Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, I think there was probably one other one on there, but pretty much all of the like cash methodologies are on there. You just put in your actual payment link and we'll get all of that, and then we'll get that sorted at the end of the month. All right. If you do four apps or 2400 in premium, you earn the right to get one for you and one for your spouse. So that's how that works. No license required, guys. Like field training observation counts. So like if you're brand new and we're doing some apps, it's okay. Now, those apps count for the trainee. So trainers, people, field trainers, the apps that we're writing for the trainee, they don't count for both of you. They count for the trainee. So that what does that mean, field trainers? That means y'all need to get out and hustle some personal premium. Am I right? Come on now. Come on. Right? So let's get that done. Let's get that done. Any questions on the t-shirts or how you can earn that? No? Okay. Remember, I don't even have the link yet. Jen, you have a question? You can unmute yourself.
No, I was just answering your question in the
Oh, okay.
chat.
Good deal. Good deal.
Just
All right. So what was the how many apps is the goal for the entire hierarchy, right? Not us doing 200, the entire hierarchy doing 200. So everybody doing 200. We're already at 190, right? 190 left. So we already knocked out 10. That means we got some more work to do. That means we got some more work to do. So where are we? Right? We're at our personal goal. I want us to do 50. I really do. I want us to do 50 as a minimum. Do you think we should wait until like the last night of the month to try to hit our 50, or should we get it done as soon as possible? Probably as soon as possible, right? And here's what I'm going to show you. And again, this is just Jesus, right? Like having the opportunity to bring more people into the business cheaply and almost for free in some cases is wild. So watch this. Primerica announced the bombshell IBA, right? So most of the time your IBA cost is 99 bucks. Well, right now it's 49. There's always going to be the $25 POL. Look, even if somebody comes in with a license and we waive their 99, they still pay the 25 POL, right? So it's never going to be completely free. But your bombshell IBA makes it super cheap. Like, how many of you guys in the last month, 2 months, 3 months, even spoke to somebody, they were super excited, they just didn't have the 124? I mean, I know plenty, right? So right now, what will happen, one, it's cheaper. Okay. Two, if you if you get a direct recruit, right? So like earlier today, I met with Ryan. I recruited Ryan directly to Brittany Bags. Brittany Bags tomorrow morning or the next day, so at some point this weekend, when she logs in, she will have at the top of her IBA and Turbo Apps, it will say you have a game changer. And then use that and make somebody's IBA $0 free. It's just the 25 POL. That means you can recruit somebody. Hear me on this, especially if you're brand new. If you bring somebody into the business and recruit them, and it's super cheap, now you've set yourself up for a bonus potential as soon as we get you some premium. And then you can give away an IBA. So that's a second recruit. Now you're set up for an actual $500 bonus if you like do everything correctly. Pretty good. Pretty good. Multiple ways to earn this. Most of you are going to just be focused on one of two ways, right? You get one direct recruit, or you'd get 1,000 in life premium. Okay. Field training observations count. So like if you have no recruit right now and you do $1,000 AP app, you get an IBA to give away. That means if you like even if you just did your own policy, then you got an IBA to give away for free. God bless. You could give that IBA away to your spouse. Who cares? You'd be trading like 25 bucks for 200 once you got your bonus. Y'all hear me on that? Simple. Simple. Yes. Yes, Maggie did earn one today. It just won't be in the system until tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, when Maggie wakes up, if she's going to run some interviews and she brings somebody on, she could potentially give that away. Right? So Maggie, you get to be like Primerica Santa Claus at some point this week or next week, and you get to help somebody out. Now, you do have to use it within 14 days of earning it. Okay? 14 days of earning it. Trainers, you can use someone's game changer IBA, but you have to recruit that person underneath the person that has it. I know it's a little complicated, right? For right now, only a couple people even have them. What I want you guys to focus on is just getting in front of somebody. Let's close some premium and keep our goal like counting down. And then let's bring some more people in because now, especially if it's cheaper than it was, why not? Why not? Okay. So, a couple of cool things. I'm not worried about that. For the trainers, in case you missed this, right? We always bring somebody in, log them into their app right away, bank that 50 bucks, and you still have the extra 50 going on right now for people that are coming in and they knock out their pre-licensing within the first 30 days. Pre-licensing, guys, is just getting through your chapters and then doing the minimum of getting it done in 30 days. That's just another extra $50. So if you're brand new right now and you log into your Primerica app, it should say that your first bonus is $300. Think about this, guys. If you recruit somebody right now with a $74 IBA and they earn a $300 bonus, that means for the cost of their license, if they got a bonus, they will have gotten a 4x return on their initial license cost. 4x return on their initial license cost. That's crazy, right? Think about a real estate license. A real estate license will cost you thousands of dollars. Right now, you can get a life license, which also gives you access to your investment licenses later for 74 bucks. Crazy, 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 crazy. What else we got in this slideshow? Oh, Marco Island, right? Anybody want to come to Marco Island in February? I do. Hell yeah. Guys, you compete. Look how many slots are available. Oh, it doesn't even list it on here. 1,200 slots, but they're all broken down in different categories, right? Like Maggie, you're brand new. You're going to be getting licensed in like the next month or so, right? You're going to be competing in the life licensed after certain category, right? So you're not going to be competing against regional vice presidents and national sales directors and all that mess. That wouldn't be fair. You compete in your own category, okay? So we make it fair. And oh, by the way, for those of you that are new, somewhere in the middle, there's going to be a reset, right? So we sort of like level the playing field for people that are like just brand new 3 months into competition. We don't want them like trying to play from behind the entire time. Okay. So when that time comes, I will teach you guys how to earn that and how to make sure you're maximizing that. What else is there? Oh, that's the end. Good. Questions right now on any of the like game changer stuff, how any of it works, anything? Nobody? Okay. I'm gonna warn you, or I'm going to remind you, I should say. These don't come around very often. You essentially have the ability to recruit somebody quickly and then recruit somebody else for free right away. So if you're new and you're in a bonusable situation, think about it like this, especially if you've done some field training and you've got some premium, but you're low on recruits. Guys, you could even pay for someone's first IBA, pay the 49, make them do their monthly 25 so you don't get caught up in that trap if God forbid something happens, right? Pay their 49, you set yourself up for a $200 bonus, and you get a free IBA to give away. That sets you up for another $200 bonus. Guys, there's no reason this month that we should not be promoting everyone to a 50% district contract minimum. Minimum. Everybody should be able to do that. That means you got one for 49 bucks, you gave one away for free. Now you just need another one for 49 bucks. So crazy, right? So crazy. Ryan, we'll talk about that, dude. But think about it like this. If you know somebody that this would be good for, dude, just have a conversation, right? Normally we do it with social media. Your social media is a little small, but you get to go old school, right? Primerica's been around for almost 50 years, way before the internet, way before social media was prevalent. You get out and you talk to people, right? So if you know people that this would be good for, you know people that hustle, like, hey, Ryan, dude, I actually just picked up a new side hustle. What are you doing right now for your side hustle? Like, what are you doing for making extra money? Right? Oh, good, better question, right? Once you once you know somebody that you like want to have a conversation with, link them up with me and we'll get them on my calendar. You come to that appointment though, that way you get to see the process because the more you see it, the faster you're going to get to go do it on your own. But here's the other fun fact. You don't have to be licensed to recruit somebody. Everybody right now go into your app on your phone and log in and then pull up Turbo Apps, right? Pull up Turbo Apps. If you're brand new, you might have to hit the thing on the left and then hit Tools. Let's walk through this together because that way you guys get an idea of this. Oh my God, I have so many tabs open. Melissa would yell at me so bad. So many tabs. Go away. Go away. All right, we'll walk through this together so you guys can get an idea. Because listen, you're going to be at barbecues this weekend, right? You're going to be out with family. You're going to be having conversations. Stuff is going to come up, and you're all going to have your phones in your hand. I swear, everybody will, right? There's no doubt that you're going to have your phone in your hand. And so if you pull up your app, now I'm on my desktop, right? So once you log into POL main, right, the actual primericaonline.com, if you click the little app button at the top, you can pull up what looks like your phone on your desktop. So once the app loads, and this is the same as if you're on your phone, up here in the upper left, if you click those little three lines, right, your name is up here and your title. If you're brand new, it should say representative. For new people, I think you have to click Tools and then Turbo Apps is down here under your tools. If you're licensed already, it should just be right up here for Turbo Apps. When you go to IBA, that's Independent Business Application. Even if you're not licensed, guys, you could go do an IBA for somebody and you can do it from your phone, right? So see how mine says you have used your game changer? Somebody reached out to me that was not even in the business, but like interviewed 2 years ago and messaged me and was like, hey, I was in a bad place at that time. I think I'm ready to get going. I said, girl, that's just Jesus because I can get you going for free. I gave it to her. What do I care? I got to give it to somebody. That girl was in a hard spot 2 years ago. And she reached out to me. Hell yeah, I'm gonna give it to her. Why not? Right? So that's what it'll look like. If you haven't used it yet, this little guy up here, it'll be green and it'll say game changer ready and it'll tell you your like when it's gonna expire. Okay. If for some reason, right? If for some reason you get in there and it's still showing 49 bucks, all you have to do is go in and type game changer, hit apply, and it'll make it go away for free. Everybody good on that? Clear? Clear as mud? Good. Okay. You can do that, right? You do not have to be licensed, guys. You can recruit anybody. You can bring them into the business. You do not need to be licensed. Okay. You do not need to be licensed. So what else? What else are we supposed to talk about tonight? I know there's a lot. There's a lot I want to get to, but let's look really fast, right? So we talked about the Angel House. Talked about the discounted IBAs. Like, there's no reason that this month everyone should not have at least two direct recruits, at least minimum, because you get one really cheap and you get one for free. Dude, there's no reason, guys. We should easily have 100 new teammates this month. Because think about it. There's 20 of us on the call right now, 22. If everybody recruits one person, that's 22. They can give one away for free. That's 44. Think about that. Now, and then if you get one and like it'll just like now it starts compounding. Go recruit three people and get them each three people. How many do you have? Put it in the Zoom chat, do the math really quick. You go recruit three and then get each of them three. How many do you have personally? No, Angela. You have 12 because you recruited three and then got each of them three. Now you have 12. See how quickly this happens? Guys, that's exactly, Josh. That's a lot of game changers. So like the more you start duplicating and the more you start running the play, the more it's going to happen. Right now, this is no joke, guys. Like this month is the month to change your business. You can bring people in and onboard them for free, remove the barrier, remove the stigma in people's mind of, oh my God, I gotta pay to get going. No, you idiot. You're paying for a license and a background check. But if that's how you want to think about it, then knock yourself out. You're not paying for a job, right? People kill me, but that's the way a lot of people think. If guys, if you went out on your own and tried to go get the exam FX curriculum for your life license, then paid for the test, then paid for the fingerprints, then any other state fees that you would pay for that are not reimbursable if you're not a part of this program, in most states, you're looking at somewhere between four and 700 and 750 just for your life license. 49 bucks is a hell of a deal. For real, right? Hell of a deal. Okay, so getting in front of people, and then let's talk about the social media side of things a little bit, okay? Because social media, we all know, is kind of a big deal for us. It's the way that we sort of just like expand the business initially, right? Because you got to remember that your social media is your hot market. Everybody that's on your Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, whatever, right? LinkedIn, all of those different things, those people have been like exposed to you. They're connected to you somehow very closely, right? There's a reason that like somebody in the business who's a Facebook friend of mine that just started like a week ago, we have like one mutual friend. So every time, think about that. Every time you bring somebody new into the business, you're tapping into a new hot market. What's one of the biggest questions that you guys get if you're having a meeting with somebody and they're like, well, where do I get my clients? Where do I get leads from? Right? People always want to know. They're like, oh, is it hot market or is it like cold market? Do we got to cold call people? Right? They don't, they don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. Hey, look, if I could put you in a situation where you essentially have endless hot market leads forever, and once you're licensed, as long as you keep duplicating, you don't ever have to put appointments on your calendar again, as long as you're doing it right. Wouldn't that make sense? Would you rather do that or would you rather cold call people? No, you would rather end up in a hot and warm market situation over and over and over and over. And guys, think about this. How many of you guys have worked in a place before where you had to train somebody? Right? Most of us have. Did you ever get trained or did you ever train someone and get paid a whole lot more for training them really, really good at that job? I never have. Not until here. Not once. But here, it's different. Here, if you come into the business and you duplicate, and I train you super well, and you can actually duplicate and get people moving, get people setting appointments, help get them licensed, get them promoted, get them paid, that will pay you forever. Forever. Guys, there's no one in Primerica that makes $1 million or more that has less than 1,000 licensed agents. If you've got 1,000 licensed agents, you make a minimum of $1 million a year. Question is, how fast do you want to get to 1,000? Right? How fast do you want to get to 1,000? Right? Here's the math. Here's the math. Watch this. Like average licensing rates are somewhere between 15 and 20%, meaning about 20% of the people that come into the business ever actually have the like intestinal fortitude to finish and get their license. I'm not even saying like are successful and like do a bunch. I'm just saying get licensed. And so if you need 1,000 licensed agents, right? And the licensing rate is 20%. That means you need to have gone through and brought into the business roughly 5,000 people. 5,000 people, right? So let's think about it this way. Would you rather recruit about 5,000 people in 5 years or 5,000 people in 50 years? How fast do you want to be a millionaire? And I'm not talking made a million in Primerica. I'm talking $1 million a year. That's $77,000 a month. Think about that. Well, let's see. I want to do it in 5 years. So let's divide by five. How many recruits do we need a month? We need to be averaging about 84 or 85 recruits a month. We're behind. We've been averaging like 25, 30. Well, 5,000 divided by 30 is 166 months. That's gross. Divided by 12. Guys, that means it's going to take us 14 years to hit our goal. I don't like that. I don't, 14 years? No way, right? We need to crank those numbers up. We got to crank the numbers up because that's gross. That's not enough, right? So we got to get back into that like 50, 75, 100 recruits a month. And you know what else is going to happen when we start hitting 50, 75, 100 recruits a month? People are going to start popping out with $50,000 watches, $100,000 rings, regional vice president contracts. You start bringing in 100 people a month, you're going to be hitting 50, 75, 100,000 a month in premium and probably 15 to 20 licenses a month. You can't get away from it. You can't, right? And so that's the goal, right? That's the power of what we have right now. The power of what we have right now is essentially free momentum. Those game changer IBAs and reduced cost IBAs, that's pure momentum. Okay. We have to leverage the bejesus out of this thing. Have to. Questions on any of that so far? Because I'm going to go into really quick, like expanding your social media and how you want to like do that and why you want to be a little bit picky as we go through that. Okay. If you guys have questions, throw it in the Zoom chat and we'll get going. So this is my Facebook. I want to show you guys kind of really quick, like the difference between a big market and a small market. Okay. So let's look at mine, right? 3,500 followers. I have it set up as a professional dashboard. I'm verified. So it doesn't show friends anymore. It used to show friends, right? Before I switched it over, I think it used to say about 3,200 friends. Now, I want you guys to think about your social media as your business card. It's your calling card, right? People are going to be judging you all the time. I promise, right? So we don't want spammy stuff, right? So I've been on this kick lately about like I hear something in the morning and it speaks to me, I'm going to put it out here, right? And so if it's not something like that or something like this was the anniversary of Operation Red Wings, right? Some more stuff. The house, family, anniversary. So here's a good one, right? About 200 reactions and 136 comments. That's a pretty solid post, right? Looking at something like this, I mean, this was kind of funny, right? But almost no comments and 50 reactions. Here's another one, right? I don't know why this one went so crazy, but it was just the Army birthday and me and Melissa at West Point, right? Almost 100 reactions and 20 something comments. Like this was a big one too. Like I guess people like the fact that I'm healthy and feeling better. because I got almost 200 comments and 30 or 200 reactions and 30 comments. Like, so when you think about the size of the market, if I've got 3,400 friends and a pretty good post is only 200 people reacting out of that, well, let's do the math really fast. 200 people reacting out of 3,500, let's say. That means roughly 6% of anything that I post ever gets shown to people in my market. Stay with me really quick, right? Because now we're going to go to a small market and I'm going to show you that the math doesn't change. Okay? The math doesn't change. So who's got probably 400 or 500 Facebook friends, right? Or less even. Let's say Susie, right? We're going to use Susie. Susie Cedillo. Boom. All right. Same, perfect. 456 followers. So Miss Susie, using the same math that I just did for mine, if I have 3,500 and about 200 people see my stuff, if you have 450 times, we'll even be generous and say 6%. That means roughly 27 people will ever see anything that you do, not react to it, see it. Just see it. This is why we are so maniacal about how we help you leverage your social media algorithm. Okay. So Miss Susie, I'm gonna perfect example, right? Here's your post. This verbiage is not the new verbiage. The new verbiage has a cool little graphic at the top, right? Let's find it really fast. Boom. So this is the new verbiage right here. That's the new verbiage. Okay. That's the new verbiage. So we always listen, guys. This is inspecting, right? Leaders, we don't get what we expect. We get what we do. Good luck. That was bad. We don't get what we expect. We get what we what? Inspect. Okay. We don't get what we expect. We get what we inspect. So if we're not inspecting what our people are doing, can we ever expect it to be 100% correct? No. Here's the other thing. Susie, great job, right? You got it pinned. It's public. You tagged both trainers. That's like a 99% solution. It's just not exactly the way we changed it recently, but that's okay. We'll get that done. Now, Miss Susie, don't you dare go delete this post. You go click these three dots and you edit this thing. That way you change it. The people that have already seen it, they'll react to it. You had 14 comments. That's solid. Here's where we need to tweak things a little bit. Only one share. Guys, if you have a small social media market, you need 20 shares on this thing. Your first goal is double digits. You need 10 shares, and then you need 15, and then you need 20. Here's the problem. Who can see the problem really quick? I'm highlighting it right now, and it's telling you the problem. There are no public shares. So whoever posted this thing was trying to do a favor. They're being super sweet. They shared it, but it's not public. That means the rest of the world can't see it, nor can they share it again. So here's what I want you to do, guys. I want you to go in, and every time someone makes a comment, you always want to go in underneath that, right? You're going to heart the post, or you're going to heart the comment, and then you're going to ask a question. Miss Susie, great job, right? You ask the question. Guys, when we ask questions, just generally, what do most people do? They answer. They answer, right? And so, here's the other thing. Guys, you should be responding to every comment no matter what. It doesn't matter. Remember, you're just all we're doing is hijacking the Facebook algorithm to get it moving, right? Just get it moving, right? Angela, great job, girl. You're in here. I see that, right? Angela's in here. Angela's in here. Susie's in here. Perfect. Every single one of these has been responded to with a question. I love it. That's great. But even no matter what, like Miss Norma, right? Pretty cool. They're a remote position available. Go get it, friend. Right? Susie, here's what you do with that one. She's not interested per se, right? Watch this. I'm gonna jump in here and hijack this thing, right? Can you help her out and share it? Boom. Another comment. Maybe she'll react. Maybe she'll say, hey, sure, why not? Of course, right? Guys, these are the people that are supporting you. Miss Norma, have you, Susie, have you reached out to Norma and messaged her and said, hey, thanks for commenting. Would you mind sharing this? Are you interested? Guys, if they're commenting, they're engaging, right? Now, I'm going to jump back over because Miss Jen Sutherland is super coachable, right? When you pass your test, guys, you need to go make a Facebook post of you passing and just from a position of gratitude, right? Maybe it took you 13 tries. I don't know. Maybe you passed on your first one. I don't care. But you need to go tell the world that you passed because you had a Facebook post out there that said you were doing it. Give them an update, right? So Jen, here's another one. This is cluttery, right? Take this down, the pictures, and just change it to one of just you. Just you. That's all we need, right? Just you. So guys, check this out. This is her pinned post, 80 something reactions and 45 comments and 5 shares. So Jen, you see the two more? Those two more are not public, most likely, right? Here's the other thing. I'm going to use Jen's post really fast, right? So Bobby shared it. I love that. Jen went and commented, right? Deanne shared it. Jen went and commented, comment. See how these are not public, right? So just things to constantly be checking on. But look at this, guys. 250 almost reactions and 160 comments. Jen, your social media right now, your algorithm, girl, vibe is high on your algorithm. You need to keep writing that. Tomorrow morning would be a great time to put up something about the Angel House. Keep that going, right? Because, guys, once you have your algorithm high, people are seeing it. Go bump, like I would go bump this tonight, go respond to a couple of these. Now, guys, here's the other thing. You see all these people that have commented. Did you see how I just clicked that? Watch, Jen, if I were you, I would come in here on your Facebook and click that. You see how easily you could come in here and start messaging people that have all reacted to your stuff? Guys, you have a list pre-built for you of people that are supportive of you. Hear me again, of people that are supportive of you because they've already reacted. It's a pre-built list. I can't make it any easier. You have a pre-built list of people that have commented, reacted, something. They're here for it, right? So, Jen, what I would do is I would start working through this list. Obviously, you don't need to message people that are already in the brokerage, right? They love you. They will sit down for you, right? I'm sure they will, right? But like go through this list and start looking at people that are macho, married with kids, right? Shoot her a message. Hey, Annalisa, girl, thank you so much. What are you up to? Strike up a conversation. This is not about you immediately jumping into the business. That's going to seem skeezy. Go message them, strike up a conversation, recreate a connection. You have no idea what's going on. Get back in those people's lives. You know what else that's going to do? You messaging them is going to start re-hijacking the algorithm. That's what it's going to do. Guys, am I helping am I helping some people out right now that maybe have felt a little bit stuck, kind of wondering like what the heck should I be doing? I'm like I feel like I've tapped all of my resources. I promise you you haven't. I promise you you haven't. You might feel like you have. We got tricks for days, right? So one of the other things that people ask is like, well, I only know like 3 people. Perfect. Who are they? I want to talk to all of them because guess what? Those 3 people, who do they know? 3 people. It ain't nine, it's 12. Your 3 people are going to connect you to 9 other people. Now you've got 12. Do it again, right? Now you go from 3 to 9, but it's actually 12 to 27. Do it again, 81, right? This is the power of multiplication, guys. So what I want you to start thinking about is you got to get yourself into more than one place at one time. That's why recruiting, field training, and licensing leads to promotions and leads to duplication. The business is all about duplication, and that's why we keep everything so simple. If you're trying to build this business through addition, it's going to take a long time. We got to do it with multiplication. Here's why. Here's why. Watch the power of the multiples. You go recruit three people and get all of them three people. That's three times three. You have the original three plus the new nine, but we're just going to keep pretending, right? Watch this. Times three. We're going to go get each one of those nine people, three people. Now watch. We're going to do it again. We're going to go get all of them three. Here's where it starts to get fun. All right, last time I promise. 729, 3, 9, 27, 243, 729. That's three times three times three times three times three. Had I been doing three plus three, I'd be at 15 instead of 729. The majority of people in Primerica are okay with the 15. We want 729. Why? Because I don't want to wait 14, 15, 20 years to make it to a million a year. I want to do it in 5, 6. Andy did it in just a little over 6. I want to do it in 5. Just saying. I'm just saying, right? Andy and Brittany are the fastest to a million in company history, doing it the right way. I want to beat them. I do, right? Competitive as hell, and I don't like to lose. I love winning. I think I hate losing more than I love winning. And that might be weird, right? Or it might resonate with you. I don't know. But that's reality for me. 100%. Hate losing. Chaps my rear end, right? And just so you guys know, we keep a running sort of like tab with the other RVPs. So Fight Club's kind of cool. Right now we're losing. I know it's the beginning of the month. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. Right? Right now we're losing to three of the other base shops. Gross. The other two, they fell off. They're super small. Don't care, right? But we're behind Andy and Brittany for sure, and we're behind the other three base shops. There's no reason that we should be behind right now. We should be smoking these guys. You know why we're not? These guys are already out in front of us. They're already leveraging those game changers. Like we got to start cranking this up, guys. Every day that goes by where we don't bring somebody in, we lose a day of having the potential for a game changer. Even if you bring somebody in on the last day of July and you get them a recruit or a policy on the last day of July, they're going to get a free game changer IBA to use within the next 14 days. Okay? So don't, don't miss this opportunity. All right. Questions. It's just us, right? It's not the full hierarchy. There's no stupid questions. I know there's got to be questions. Questions about licensing, questions about premium, questions about anything that we've gone over. There's no such thing as a dumb question right now. Anybody? Nobody. Come on, y'all. I know somebody got a question. Okay. Well, if there's no questions, I'm gonna let you go. We got done early tonight. I ain't gonna keep you.
Okay, I've got one.
What's up?
So everybody right now is saying, "Oh, I just got to get through my summer. I've got so much going on. Maybe when school starts back." Can we think of some creative answers to that objection when
Great,
they
great question. So, guys, and we'll do this live with Jen. So, Jen, I want you to be the person who's objecting, who doesn't have time right now. I'm going to be the one trying to onboard you and recruit you. Before we get there, though, this is some really good training about overcoming objections. How many of you guys ever have had sales training in the past of any kind before you came into this business? Anybody? I never had, right? Zero. But sales is all about psychology. It's about making people feel good, and it's about asking questions. Okay? So think about this in the back of your mind. If you get an objection, you immediately have to stop and isolate the objection. Because if you keep going, you don't know what thing you're trying to overcome later. So isolate the objection, immediately stop. And then you affirm, answer, close. Okay? So here, like, listen for the affirm, answer, close as we're going through this, and then listen to me overcome Jen's objection. She's going to tell me the reason we need to do it now, not later. And that's going to make it true. Okay, so Jen, go and unmute yourself.
My dog's eating, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. So, hey, Jen, aside from the 124, any reason you wouldn't want to get started making some extra money right now?
I mean, it sounds good, but I mean, like I've got a trip planned with my college friends coming
Oh,
up in
fun.
2 weeks, and my daughter's got ice skating camp, and we're in a different state. Like it
Mhm.
just seems like it's just going to be crazy. I can't wrap my brain around it.
No, I love it, right? Summer's like hectic. It's fun. There's a ton of stuff going on. I'm totally with you because our summers are usually pretty crazy too. Melissa's got like 97 things planned. I don't even know what's coming. I just show up. Does that sound about right? But let me ask you a question. Once school starts, is any of that stuff really ever going to slow down?
No, it's just going to get crazier.
I
It
mean, I
will.
mean, if you're anything like us, like life's just crazy.
Hmm.
So, I mean, I always think back to like when we had kids, I kept saying I wanted to wait for the right time. I wanted to wait for the perfect time. Is there ever a perfect time to do something?
No, there
There's really
isn't.
not, right? So right now, I can actually get you like your licenses and everything. I can get it for you for less than half of what it would normally be. So if we're going to do it later or we're going to do it now, shouldn't we just do it when the price is as cheap as it's ever going to be?
Yeah, I hear you. It's just like I just don't know if I can wrap my brain around studying or looking. Like I don't know if I can make myself focus. Worried about
Yeah.
it.
No, listen, I totally get it. But here's what's cool. You can study on your phone. You can study while you're at the ice rink. You can study while you're at the volleyball game. You got throw an AirPod in. You can listen to like a podcast almost about it. You can watch a bunch of videos. I mean, let's be honest. You're going to be sitting at like the ice skating rink, probably scrolling on Instagram. Am I right?
Yes, yeah, we
I
will.
mean, at least for a while.
Yeah,
You could, instead of scrolling on Instagram, you could just be knocking out some curriculum and knocking out another couple of chapters on your course. Wouldn't that make more sense?
yes, it
I mean, let's
does.
do something productive, right?
Right, right.
Perfect. So, what are you most excited about? Let's get this IBA knocked out.
I
So,
just
what
want
we're
to
going
get.
to do is we're just going to knock out this IBA, right?
Okay,
Get you your secret agent number. We'll get you in your curriculum. I'll walk you through everything. Super simple. And if it takes you a little longer, don't worry, right? We got like 90 days to get you through the process, get your bonus out. We'll cover all of that when we reschedule and we get back together for orientation in a couple days.
okay.
IBA.
RBA. Okay.
That's it. You always have to be convinced of what you're doing, right? Because convince people, and you never have, like, you never want to pause and ask, well, what do you think? Because as soon as I ask you, what do you think? You go, I don't know. Let me think about it. That's it, right? And you're done. You're cooked. As soon as you ask somebody that question and then they say they need to think about it, you're cooked. You always have to just be making the presumptive close, right? It's just like when we're taking a life app. So listen, Jen, what we're going to do today is we're just going to apply and see how it comes back. Sound good? Perfect. Who do you want your beneficiary to be?
Oh, my daughter.
There
Yeah.
you go, right? So now, boom, we're in the life app. So Jen, aside from the 124, any reason you wouldn't want to get started making some extra money today? Perfect. Says, listen, just what we're going to do. We're going to knock out your background check, your application, all of that. We're going to get that going. We do it with DocuSign. Super simple. Takes like 5 minutes. I'll get you in your course, get you your secret agent number. You'll be off to the races before you know it. You done
If I
DocuSign,
don't,
right?
if I don't get it done in 90, am I like out? Am I
Bro, you got
like,
like a year to get your license. Don't worry
oh,
about it.
okay.
You got this.
Okay.
I got you. Listen, I won't
Okay.
let you fail. Listen, I
Cool.
promise you. Listen, if you don't quit on yourself, I won't quit on you. Is that fair?
That's fair.
Perfect. I will get you through the course as long as you're coachable. You're coachable, right? Guys, do
Yes.
you think she like in that moment, do you think she would tell me no? Hell no, because she wants to be coachable. She ain't gonna tell me no. But if you sit there and you come back at it like Eeyore, like, oh, well, guys, people are going to borrow your belief. They're going to, because 99% of people you will ever get in front of, especially in this day and age, have about this much self-belief. And they're walking around with a sign on their chest that says, say something good to me. I want to be somebody. I need to feel special. And this isn't fluff. This is real. That's straight Art Williams like being channeled into you right now. That's what Art did. He's an old football coach that built one of the biggest financial empires in the country. It's illogical. It shouldn't make any sense. And then we went and took on the biggest insurance brokerages in the world, in the country, right? And we beat them. We were number one in life insurance production multiple times throughout the 80s. We've been number two for so long, it chaps my butt. It's crazy. We should not be number two. We should be number one. But in order to be number one, we need more licensed agents. Period. Period. Right? That's it. That's what it is, right? And so, guys, you have to believe that what we have is what people need. What do people need? They need hope. They need a way to make some extra money, right? They need a way. You have like a financial life jacket. Once you have a license, you essentially have a license to print money. I know that sounds a little ridiculous, but you do. I swear to you, you do. Because if you got in front of somebody and you closed the life app, for most of you at a 50% contract, you make about $500. There's nowhere else that I know legally that you could sit down with somebody, do something good for them, and make about 500 bucks in less than an hour. Unless you're out slinging crack, you ain't making 500 bucks an hour because none of us are lawyers, right? That's like Johnny Cochran money. That's like OJ's lawyer making 500 bucks an hour, billable hour, right? But guys, that's what it looks like. And think about what happens when we get in front of people. What do we leave them with? If they become clients, life insurance. If they become investment clients, the potential to be financially independent someday in the future. And education and money and finance, because it ain't out there. It's not. I don't care what you tell me. I probably meet with 100 plus clients a month. Maybe 10 of them have any sort of financial plan when I meet them. That means 90%, I'll even be generous and say 80% of the people that I meet with on a monthly basis have zero plan. When they leave me, they're in a better position. They will have life insurance. They should, they better. They will likely have an investment of some sort. And if they want it, I will bring them back, walk them through their bills, get them out of debt, build them a plan to get out of debt. Guys, my biggest success story to date was a traveling nurse making about 140 grand a year that was up to her eyeballs in debt when we did her F&A and we put all of her numbers in the very first time. The system said she was going to be out of debt at 146 years old. Years old. By just paying her bills with the debt stacking plan, she was going to get out of debt. I don't even know, like 75 years sooner or something ridiculous. Do you know that within 2 years of meeting me, that woman is completely debt free? 2 years. I took her from being out of debt at 146 to being out of debt at 46. Listen to me. I saved that woman 100 years off of her life of debt. That's real. That's real. Without me, had she never met me, guess where she came from? She was a client training appointment, came from a recruit. The recruit's been long gone for years. Guess who I still have? That client. Guess who sends me referrals at least every month or two? That client. Why? Because I changed her life forever. Forever. That's the power of what we do, guys. 100% power of what we do. You have to be so convinced and convicted that what you're doing is right for people because it is. Because it is. What's the worst thing that ever happens? They get life insurance, like the best term life insurance out there. I'm 100% convinced. They get retirement planning set up. They get education and money and finance. Save them some money on something they're already spending money on, like friggin' car insurance. Everybody needs to call Answer Financial. I don't care if you called 6 months ago. Call again. Rates have renewed. Rates have changed. Call. Find out. And if you haven't called for yourself yet, you need to. I don't care if you are in a state where you can't get paid for it. It doesn't matter. Just call. If you can save yourself some money, that's still like pretty good. Maggie called and saved almost $1,300 a year. A year. Guess what happened after that too? She goes, "Hey, I was already spending this money. Let's save it." You got it. Or Victoria, somebody. Somebody called and saved a boatload of money, right? It doesn't matter though. That's the point. Jen's daughter called and saved $3,300 a year between her car and renter's insurance. That's a hell of a phone call, guys. That's almost $300 a month. That's a lot of cheddar. Huge, huge. So listen, guys, Game Changer IBA, $49 IBA. You have to get in front of somebody. Listen, if you are not playing in traffic this weekend, you are missing a massive opportunity. No one is going to sit on appointments that you have scheduled for this weekend. If you have stuff on your calendar for tomorrow, the 4th, and for Saturday, just be prepared for them to blow you off. They're not coming. The only thing you're likely going to close this weekend, any of us, is something that comes out of the blue. You having a conversation, you whip out your phone or you have like your laptop or your iPad next to you, and you lock it down right then. No one is going to run appointments this weekend. I get it, 100%. The holiday weekend, no one is coming, right? Get those people that you talk to this weekend, though, on the calendar for Monday or Tuesday. Don't push it later in the week. Get them on the calendar for Monday and Tuesday. Because after that, they're crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right. Any last questions? 5 minutes. I got to jump over to another call. Good. All right, guys. Listen, what I want you to do, I want you to go back into your like social media. I want you to start getting your algorithm back up to life, back up to speed. Do a little bit of tweaks tonight, but you really need to be doing this tomorrow, right? There's going to be so much social media stuff going on with the 4th, all sorts of cool stuff. Get in there and like re-engage your social media. Like go re-engage some other people's stuff. Like that cross traffic back and forth will help a lot. I don't want you guys going and commenting on each other's stuff unless it's genuine, right? Like that'll look spammy because it's like the same people commenting on stuff. Don't do that. Go talk to your friends. Have a conversation with somebody. Share what you do. Jen, so far, is probably the best at duplicating a natural prospecting that I've seen in a very long time. She's talked to her like window dudes. She's talked to her bug guy. She's talked to her like screen repair dude. Guess who's all become clients or has been on the calendar? Jen. And all of those people because she's convinced about what she's doing. And I don't know if it's because she was part of a football team back in the day that Art Williams owned, and she just like was that close to the magic and it just like rubbed off. But guys, I'm telling you, that's what you got to do. You got to talk to lots and lots and lots of people. Most of you are like in networks that you haven't even thought of yet, and you just got to tap into it. You just got to tap into it. All right. Get out of here, guys. Have a great night. Listen, please stay engaged. Share pictures of your family and stuff this weekend in Telegram. That's what we want to see. That's what we care about, right? The brokerage is a family, right? It's all like it's normally business in there, but it's been boring the last couple of days. Go post some family pictures. Let's see some fireworks, right? Let's have some fun, right? All right, guys. If you have questions, you know where I'm at. You all know how to get me. I'm everybody's VP, so don't hesitate. All right. I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye.